Have you ever come in contact with an African fruit bat? If you have, then you should pay close attention to this video.
So what is Ebola? Well, Ebola is a hemorrhagic fever virus that damages cells and organs as it moves through the body. Ebola virus lowers the count of cells that clots blood cells, leading to thin blood, as well as decreasing the white blood cell count. The virus itself is made up of genetic material and a protein code. This code includes glycoprotein receptors VP24 and VP40. Ebola transmits from human to human through bodily fluids such as sweat, blood, saliva, and vomit. Contaminated needles and other medical products make transmission much easier. You can catch Ebola from a living or dead infected individual. However, you cannot catch this virus through respiratory droplets, food particles, or water droplets. Symptoms and prognosis. Some symptoms of Ebola are fever, body aches, rashes, sore throat, and internal and external bleeding from eyes, nose, mouth. Sadly, the survival rate of Ebola is only 10%. However, Ebola can be treated if caught early. So how does Ebola kill you? There are 3 ways Ebola can attack your body. First, Ebola targets the immune system by taking down dendritic cells, the messengers that tell white blood cells there is a virus present. That way, the immune system is unaware of the virus. Second, the virus rips through the body, causing hemorrhaging or the release of blood from damaged vessels. Macrophages ingest the virus, causing the release of blood, coagulants, and inflammatory substances, and ultimately cause damage to the blood vessels. Finally, Ebola causes direct damage to the cells in the liver, which are responsible for making plasma and blood coagulants. Ebola also destroys the adrenal gland and the GI tract, causing diarrhea and dehydration. There are 2 monoclonal antibody treatments called Inmazeb and Ibanga, which are both injections of antibodies that help block the virus from the cell receptors. This stops the virus from triggering the cell receptor and entering the cell. For preventive measures of Ebola, there is currently one vaccine for the strain Zaire called RVSV-ZBOV. Cell pathways. The first pathway Ebola impacts is protein synthesis. The process begins when a ligand binds to a glycoprotein receptor. Signals activate transcription factors which are responsible for transcribing DNA and RNA. Once an RNA strand is replicated, it moves out of the nucleus to a tRNA. The final product is an amino acid sequence. When an Ebola virus reaches a cell receptor, its own glycoproteins are recognized by the receptors. This method, as well as macropinocytosis, allows the virus to enter the cell. The virus hijacks the protein synthesis process and releases its own genetic material. The virus needs cellular material like amino acids to replicate its RNA and protein coding. Once the process is complete, the replicated virus exits the cell. Ebola also impacts the interferon signaling pathway, which notifies the immune system of any pathogens. The normal pathway, started when the host becomes infected, begins with an interferon protein binding to an IFNAR receptor. Support proteins phosphorylize STAT complexes, which control the transcription of proteins involved in a cell proliferation and anti-apoptic responses. With Ebola, VP24 proteins block the IFNAR receptor. No interferon signaling means that the immune system cannot prevent viral replication or destroy any pathogens.
Now, from the bottom of our hearts, we wish you an Ebola-free life.